We're just about to go live. And here it is. So, just coming back to you. So, welcome. Welcome. I'm your host, Althea Finch. I'm the creator of the pain-free method, how to stop pain and conditions, long-term pain and conditions, by tuning into you. And if you'd like to find out more about that, go to painfreedom.co.uk. And as well as teaching people about my methods, I also host this podcast where I invite natural health experts and positive thinkers, people to change our world, change makers, and to share with everybody so we can all grow and learn. And on today's podcast, I'm very, very grateful that Chris has come on to talk about his story and what his work and what he offers the world and can offer you perhaps. So, Chris, can you tell us about yourself? How did you get into the Shield? What's it all about? But let's start with you. Where did you come from with all of this?
Well, I but with my family, and
You just repeat that, Chris, because we just lost you, the connection, but you're
oh,
on
you did.
again.
So I came from Wivenshaw, Manchester, and came from a background of child abuse, not only with myself but with my family, with alcoholic parents and just general chaos. It seemed normal at the time, but it wasn't until later on in life I seen the impact it had on it and who it had created within myself. So yes, I came from that. I was bringing my brothers and sisters up myself by the time I was 13, 14.
Wow.
Then left home at 14, being homeless to
At
get him
14.
at 14, yes. Um,
That's young.
so roughly around that age. And I somehow got a council flat at 14, and I just had a roller carpet that I used to roll myself up in every night because that's all I could afford.
Wow.
And I got a little job on the boating lakes in Heaton Park in Manchester, and the guy that run that also had some door security, and because I was a big lad and I could handle myself, it wasn't long and I was straight on the doors. IDing people when I wasn't even old enough to be there myself. But, the
That's
opportunity
funny.
arose and I could feed myself. Um, well, yeah, I went through drugs, outlaw biker for 22 years, living it raw on the streets. Not on the streets, but, living the street life and what came with it. And trying to deal with everything that had happened when I got old enough to relax, and then it all started hitting me. And then one day just got up and went, and I think it was a meditation or something introduced me to healing, and that was it. I clung my teeth in and jumped into it. So I went around the world. First started with Buddhism, then got into plant medicines. Quite a few stays in the Amazon rainforest, working with the tribes out there,
Wow.
and I delved straight into it. I got deep
And
into it.
how old were you when you found the meditation and that turning point?
Um, must have been about 25.
Mm.
I can't really remember. It was a There's a slow progress up, but then it just escalated. But yeah, roughly 25, between 25 and 30, I'm going to say to be safe. And that was it, all in.
I
And
think sometimes it takes that amount of time that we sort of start out in life and have whatever, and then to kind of brew with it and get affected and then start to kind of turn around. It seems to take about like 25, 30 around about. It seems to be a kind of pivotal point that we have enough growth and maturity of, hang on, that's not nice, kind of turning point. I know I did myself, I had something similar. I don't know what how you lived your life, but abuse myself, as I mentioned off camera, and it took until 30 to kind of shake it out of me, like no, actually, you don't have to live like that. Of that turning point, I think it's maybe our brains or bodies mature or something. I don't know what it
I
is.
think, I mean, if I can just sort of speak for myself, everyone's different, of course.
Mm.
But I was in survivor mode. I was 14 and fighting for
Oh
food.
no.
So, and I think once you've not had a role model, and obviously we're not taught any of this stuff about life, so you're surviving. You're constantly thinking, and it's only when you can, which either way you get it, when you can stop and just go, oh, right, I'm all right for a few weeks. And you then have the time to look around and see how other people are living their lives for you
Mm,
then to get a different programming. So you get a
mm,
different opinion and go, well, hang on, why have I been living like this? But yeah, I think you have to come out, it's coming out of that survivor mode, which you won't know until you're ready, until you found that moment of clarity where you can.
mm,
And I think to me, it was just getting a wage when I was getting enough wages. And even then, you know, the fighter in me, even when I was earning good money, I went out and earned even more. I was working double shifts. I was like, and that was a part of me that I had to heal as well. It's like I was saving, I was buying gold, buying stuff, just constantly, even when I was okay. Um, but yeah, it was getting to that. Oh, hang on. If you feel like a deer, you see the deers when they're attacked by the lions. They're running full point until they get to safety, and then they stop and shake it all off. Stop and release it, and only then do they look around. So I
mm,
think it takes that time when you're still running from what's happened to you, and
mm,
and I'm going to be, I think quite a lot of people I spoke to that have gone through similar stuff. It seems normal at the time. See, I wasn't looking thinking I've been abused. I wasn't looking feeling sorry for myself. That was just all I knew. And so I was just constantly go, 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 go until you see a different perspective, until you see something to widen your vision to what's really going on in the world. And then you can relate that to yourself and look and go, whoa, something is wrong with me. Something, why am I acting like this? So I thought
mm,
bare knuckle fighting I was up to all sorts, but to me, that was the only way to live. There was no
mm,
other. I wasn't even looking for other options because my brain wasn't wired. It was just like, no, survive, go, go, go. I'd be grateful to get off in a fight that I got £500 for. I'd be like, wow, yeah, I thought I was the luckiest man in the world. But I didn't realize, you can go and earn money, you can go and you don't have to earn money. That was a crazy one. What do you mean you don't have to? You can stop. So it's all these things that trauma impacts you on. Um, and that's why I jumped, that realization was why I jumped into the healing scene. Full
mm,
pelt. I just let everything go, give up everything and just went for it.
mm,
Um, to open up my perspective, look at me, who the voices are in the head, look at where my actions are coming from, discern everything, rip it all apart, realize my mind's in control if I master it, and then use my mind to heal my body. And
mm.
it's a never-ending process, but it's a beautiful process.
Yeah.
But we can't rely on anyone else fixing us. We can't rely, we can't play victim to what happened to us. We have to see it as a blessing. We have to take the positives out of it. It
Mm,
made me a very strong man. It made me a very powerful man that nothing gets to anymore. And so I have to take the positives out of that. And all we can do is heal the neurons, the neural pathways that was implemented onto us. All we can do is heal them, calm the nervous system around them, and not be reactive to them. And over time, rewrite them neurons because that's all it is. The pain that gets put onto us and whatever happens to us, it creates a personality, an ego. That we keep following. So the only thing we can
mm,
heal is changing the neural pathways, using our
mm.
mind, our sovereignty.
Exactly.
I
And
can go into a
so,
whole lot of that one.
oh, go for it. And I mean, yeah, I'm hearing it more and more. I mean, I've been a natural therapist all my life. I got into hands-on body work, and I at the beginning when I was around about in my 20s, I'm nearly 60 now, and men didn't really talk about these things. So these days. it's really, really changing, and it's really wonderful to hear you talk about natural healing going within, and it's not outside of you where's the healing, it's the inside. It's noticing your patterns and becoming aware of who you are and how you behave. And what's that? Because that's even just the first stage, isn't it? When you even recognize, oh, hang on, that's not me, that's not quite right. But then there's a whole nother stage of, okay, well, how do you heal yourself? What do you do? And there's that whole discovery as well. And that can take, however, it's ongoing, isn't it? As
Mm,
I hear you on that one. There isn't an ending point. It's a constantly pay attention to your
yeah.
needs and everything.
Well, it's if you've got a neural pathway that maybe around security or trust or money or something, and you can go in and see that. You can go in and rewrite it. You can see it, you can understand what you're doing. You can then go and find out why. You can go, okay, now that's because of that. So I've created this and I do this and it's not beneficial to my life. And then needs constant upgrades. So that neural pathway will never go away where you don't feel safe. Big, massive one. You don't feel safe. So, and that can reflect in so many ways in life. Different behaviors will attune to that. But that will always be there. We can rewrite it, we can meditate, we can stop. The biggest healer's pause. Stop for a second. Stop and breathe and integrate that lesson. And it's not that the pain comes back, it's that no, we stop layering it. And then the behavior, see what happened to us, and this is my belief, nobody knows the real answers. We're all just trying our best. There's no book written on how it is. We're all trying
Mm.
our best with what we've got, and we're all different, so that just makes it even worse because we've all got our different ways. Um, but
But
yes,
isn't that a good thing, Chris,
I
though?
love
Sorry to
it.
interrupt you, because that means it's all up to you. It's your sovereignty. It's your guts and mind and heart that has to
Mm,
figure it out. So
yeah,
that gives you all the power you ever need.
mm. And
It's a
that's what I love.
hundred percent you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love, people, when people say, "Oh, that's not normal." Well, what is normal? Well, you should do this, and that works for you. Doesn't work for me. And there's so many opinions out there. But if you just embrace that everyone's beautifully different, because two people,
Love it.
I can go in so many things out, but two people having an argument are just arguing about who's been programmed right. And if you look at both of the arguments, they're both right because that's how they got taught, and that's what's wired in their brain. All it is
Yeah.
a neural pathway. Shut up and
There
embrace
we
it.
go.
But you're both
Exactly.
right. But yeah, so
Exactly.
it's integration. Integration. I find it's why I've come away at the moment. It's why I am where I am at the moment. I find I have to go and humble myself and go back to basics every now and then. No luxuries, no nothing. Go and humble myself. Go and be in my own space. Um, to give myself that breathing space and check in. Because if I don't take that time out, if you don't have that breathing space or journaling and go back over your journals, because these when people say it didn't work, I believe they've not gone back and gone on top of the foundations and go back to the thought process, the healing part of it, and strengthen it. Because the world gets in, your healing's from a calm place. You have to get into a nice calm place, as you probably, you all know. It's a
Exactly.
nice calm place. You can find, talk to your spirit, fix the mind from that place of truth. But then you go into the matrix, the outside, the control, the fear-based, absolute chaos of the world. You go into that and then you forget about all that because you're rushing around and all your insecurities come back. And then you're running around for money and you're panicking, you're living in fear and you go, oh, nothing's worked again. But in fact, just stop and breathe and just remind yourself everything's all right. Everything's
There
good.
it is. There it is. Everything's in peace, isn't it? Everything's in
Yes.
the center.
Yes.
And I find with healing, and sometimes people can't do it. They lash out in some sense, and they can't go within. It's too I don't know, red and raw or triggering or something or a
I
stop
mean, I
emotion.
teach meditation. If you know,
Mm,
I've run a lot of just before the Shield. I've run a lot of spiritual retreats around the world, um, and mind, I don't really like the word ego, but your mind, your persona, it's created a safety block for you. And it's got to build trust. Some people find it very easy to go into that place. Some people, the mind's going, no, no, don't trust it, don't trust it, I don't trust it. And it's about consistency. There is no other way. There is a true self and there is your ego, your made up survival self. And you just gotta, I do this a lot with you just gotta really keep at it. No, I'm safe. I can relax. I can relax. And until your nervous system's relaxed, your mind's going to be always looking for something that, oh, can I shut my eyes and meditate? Or can I listen to this healer? Can I do this? No, 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 no. And so they say they can't meditate. And keep. And I think I'm losing signal again. But all I was going to do is concentrate on your breath. And
Mm.
very, you don't have to do one of these crazy, mad advanced meditations. But just that very simple focus on your breath will calm your nervous system. And then at the same time, I'm from that place, just tell yourself you're safe. I'm all right. That
That's
inner
it.
child, that panicky, it's start with the basics.
Start with the bit and simple, 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 isn't it?
And keep
Just
going back to the basics. Sorry, yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's you've always got your breath with you. You've always got your body with you.
Mm,
So, hand on the heart, just focus on the breath. Feel the breath
mm,
go up and down, in and out. That's where it is. Let go of all the chatter, chatter, chatter,
mm.
chatter, and stress, because it will when you do that, isn't it?
Oh,
And
it's
how so that's this time path of at your mid-20s, 30, you realized you didn't that was not the life that was quite right for you, and then you went on your healing journey, and it's been ever since.
yeah. Oh, it's
How
this. I mean, I was earning 10, and I was earning a lot of money. Doing a lot of naughty stuff, but I was earning a lot of money. And I still wasn't happy. I was still,
mm,
I was like, well, I'm in hotels, fancy hotels, I've got everything, I've got money flowing in, riding Harley Davidsons and posh cars. I was like, and I still was like, agitate, still looking, right? No, I need. Um, so that kind of opened me up to when you get to a place where everyone tells, I think people with trauma are always looking for a place of safety. They want to be safe. And no matter what, and that's when I realized, oh, well, I've got money everywhere. I've got a lot of money here, and I'm still searching. Always tell myself, oh, I'll do that when I get that. Oh, when I've got that, I'll do that. Um, so that was a big eye opener. I dropped it and went, left everything.
back with me? And we just missed you there, Chris, again. So
That's all.
you said you realized that you're still looking.
Yeah, still looking, even though I had everything. I had
Mm,
everything that the world told me you should have. Too much
mm.
money, fancy everything, fancy. And I was like, no, I still did not feel grounded. Still didn't, I didn't know at the time. I still didn't feel safe. That's still working from the inner child, the abuse. But you don't know that until you learn it further on down the line. So I was still
Yeah.
searching. So then when healing came into my life, um, that was it. I just left everything behind that day. Didn't mess about. Just that was it. I'm very decisive. If I'm doing something, I do it straight away.
Mm.
Um, Even more so now after so many ayahuasca journeys and now meditation journeys. Um, once the universe has ripped your life apart so many times that you just don't hold on to anything now. I've just learned just to let go and just flow with the universe and praise the journey.
Maybe that's
But
what the whole point has been, to get you into flow and praise the
yeah,
journey.
yes,
It's so it's so simple, isn't it? And
yeah,
life will come and go. It's okay.
yeah,
You are supported. You are loved.
mm,
And I think, I wonder a lot where, ayahuasca and all the other like cannabis and why is it illegal? And I heard them Trump talking about they want to make it illegal again in America. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's interesting, isn't it? They don't want us to
Well,
have this natural mind
I've done a
opening
lot.
thing.
I've done over 1,000. Yeah, I've done, and I must have done ceremonies for tens of thousands of people. Easy.
Wow.
I've done a lot. I worked hard. I worked, especially during COVID. I was working. I was the phone calls were constant to people. But I see both sides of it. It's a powerful medicine. Um, but it's very dangerous if you are. It's why I kind of stopped it. It's very dangerous if you're not ready to take that journey. Um, it's not something you should mess about half. Don't watch my language. Only do half. You should
You
be
need to
ready
feel
to step
drawn to
all the
it.
way in. My mind was trying to think of a different way of saying that then, but something you've got to be ready to step in. And personally, I think plant medicines are the absolute best, but you've got to be ready to let go of everything you think you are, everything you've created, not just a bit. Because if you're in a journey and you're holding on to a part of yourself, um, it can it can have I've watched it with other people. It can have negative effects on your life. And I personally see now it's very commercial and um yeah, it is it can I can see from both points but it's dished out too easy now. And
Yeah, I totally agree. You have to feel called to it and be very, very selective about who you do
yes,
it with and who guides you. Make sure that they have a lot of experience behind them and they're going to look after you
yeah,
because if you're new to it, even it's very important who guides you through.
yeah.
Don't It's not just a
Well,
sort of pill you take or
no,
something.
no. I mean, it's all the pre-work. It's the pre-work, and you have to get the journey itself. If you've been prepared for it, and it's been explained, and you've really not just really prepared, so you really understand what's going to go on. Then your journey is your journey anyway. Nobody can guide you through your journey. That's you and your soul. I kind of explain it like in plant medicines, like ayahuasca. All it does is, if you allow it, it'll shut your brain down. It'll shut your ego down. But that's the hard part. You have to surrender to it, and that's where the trouble starts. You've got to, I mean, just in that shows how magic it is. It's the most powerful psychedelic there is. Yet, if you don't surrender, it won't work. That's, and I've seen it thousands of times before. People were ready and went, no, not doing it. And it's not like alcohol or, I love mushrooms used in the right way. Mushrooms are working no matter what. Ayahuasca's like, okay, you're not ready for me.
It's
I've
like a
got,
conversation between you and the natural world, isn't it?
yes, exactly.
It's very, very beautiful and incredible and so intelligent,
Mm,
um, extraordinary. And I'm glad you've explained all that to who's listening because I have been hearing a lot more about it. I hear the rise of chatter about it all across the board.
yes,
So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. They must be talking about that, and so I'm glad you explained that. So,
yeah.
Chris, how's all this changed your life? Who are you now that you weren't before that has
Who am I
changed?
now? Right now
Mm,
is I'm a man just on my journey of experiencing life. You know, letting go of attachments after attachments to things, trying to be in flow. Don't know where I'm going, but giving that up. I do get caught up in the matrix every now and then. So I have to remind myself. But I'm a man searching for my freedom. Freedom of anything really. Anything that, takes my sovereignty away to think, act, and do as I do. Um, and just building a yacht to go sailing around the world. Um,
amazing.
a lot with humbleness at the moment. Having not having think, people say, "Oh, you've got a yacht." Oh, well, you can't talk about humbleness when you've got a yacht. But the yacht's about being me with the sea and the stars. You know, having nothing but time to be with me. But having that freedom, I've got a very big, especially since my spiritual stuff. of society, expectations, pe what other people force upon you, rules, and it's um and all I did a lot of time with the Shipibo tribe, deep into the Amazon rainforest, no electric, no nothing. And when you see the tribes that have no government, no police, the kids running around and learning just in the trees, no money, no shops, no one telling them what to do, how to act, and you see them living so much longer. You see them, it doesn't matter what you get worked up for. There is no rules. You do you. The freedom of you go to bed when it's dark. You get up in the morning. You get you feed your family. You protect. You fall into your own natural energies and flow with the trees, with nature in winter. You stay you stock up, but but it's okay. There's nothing to do. And then you come back to that to watch people working in an office for 8 hours, 12 hours now a day. You see men and women putting their children into childcare that they have to work for to put them in there. And it's all very unnatural to me. And I know it's way society is built. It's very hard to have a choice to do that otherwise. And this is what I'm searching for at the moment. My son's 22 now, and I've got another one coming in for 2 months. So it's like
Oh,
so a
congratulations.
22-year-old, I was a completely different actor when I was doing my doors. I was 18. And to this one, I'm like, okay, what's important?
Mm,
Um, and yes, to see we're not designed, none of it makes sense. I am autistic as well, so so I have to sometimes say, well, is that the autism or is that that? But I think autism is great because anything that shouldn't make sense doesn't make sense to us. So I don't know if it's a healing journey or the autism. But yeah, it's to see in my heart, you watch the animals, you watch everything working at Mother Nature, you watch the flow. You know, you don't see mental illness, you don't see suicide, you don't see everything that's going on in the world. It's a crazy, especially now, right now. I've never seen, we've never witnessed anything as crazy. All the false information, the fear mongering, distraction. Um, I'm a firm believer God
thanks.
create, God, whatever way you want to put it, energy, consciousness. Give us two options: work from love or work from fear. And I find that in most of the books you study, if you get right back to the beginning, you got fear, which is controllable, or love. And I think the world is totally disconnected with all the shouting, all the corruption, everything that's going on to distract you for
Mm,
putting your hand on your heart and breathing and going, okay, none of that's actually real. I'm all right. If it
yeah,
rains, I'm under this tree. There's
I
stoicism.
remember.
I love a lot about stoicism, and stoicism says be okay with the worst case scenario. If you're all right with that, everything's all right. And so the worst case
Mm,
scenario these days, you got a tarpaulin around the tree to keep the rain off you. You'll always find a bit of food. I think that's quite great. I think that's
it's
fantastic.
interesting. It's interesting, you're speaking and being and living like this because I think about reflecting what you've said about your early years, and it's interesting how what we go through, it does line us up for the healing journey. It does line us up
Mm,
for what we know today.
yes.
And I know when I had my first job, sort of 9 to 5 job, and I was working flat out and double shifts and getting the money in, and it was living off steam really. Just I don't know what I was just getting this job and then doing the job and getting the money and then going out and getting drunk and buying stuff, and it was inside I was nowhere, and I remember going to see my brother staying, and I said, oh, I've got to get back to my job because I am working tomorrow. And I thought I was having a lovely time with my brother and chilled out and mellow and pleasant experience for a couple of days, and I was rushing back and I thought that's not that's I felt a bit down about that. It was like what am I doing? What's my life? Well, what's the life if you don't work, 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 work? That's what's drummed into us. But
Mm.
actually, you don't have to live like that. I mean, I worked as a therapist as my main career, hands-on body work, and it was very rewarding. It took a lot of energy and a lot of my soul, a lot of focus. And now it's all according to what I put out there, and I pinch myself. I'm earning multiple times as much as I used to work, slogging it. Often, although I loved it, it was hard work in the clinic. Missed my children and 10-hour days. And now I work at home and I'm completely in tune with the children, and I just pinch myself. I mean, have we come into this life just to do 9 to 5 and slave off and then kicked off if they get made redundant or
Mm.
whatever the company does? It's completely depressing as far as I can
Yes.
see.
Well, it's as well, especially because you're going out to work, how I see it anyway, working all day, and especially as a single parent, they have it so hard. Working all day to pay the bills on a house that they just go back to and sleeping, so they can get up and go back to work. And to me, it doesn't look much different than slavery, of what we know about slavery back in the day. Doesn't
Exactly.
look very much different to that at all. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, I can't step away from it, but I'm also I like to play the game as well. You know, we have to. You got the with the word eccentrics. I study philosophy a lot, and there was the eccentrics about 1,000 years before Christ, and they used to be about love, dead force about living with nature. Like, everything about society was wrong. So I used to study them a little bit when I was doing the spiritual stuff, but then I got into Stoicism, and Stoicism's about adding in. No, you've still got to, you can live with that, live with the Lagos, but you can add in being part of society. You've got to be part of society as well. You've got to play the game. So
Yeah.
I take my time out. I don't slog it, but what time I have got, I spend studying, and you know, you've got to think of what's going on in the future. The future's either way. You got the conspiracy theories of 15-minute cities and everything else. Either way, AI, robots, that's all coming. So I've studied it. I know I keep studying it. I'm doing my cloud engineering at the moment because that's in massive demand. And um, yeah, learning all the different AIs, but it means all the systems I've built, I earn good money just doing an hour a day. And that's what I've been building for. As well as working the shield, I've also been building that system in the background. I've always got to be ahead, got to think ahead. So that gives me, someone taught me a long time ago, use the system against the system. So use instead of just fighting it and going against it, use what's in it, implement it to get what you need so you don't have to work within it. And that's
Mm.
what I'm trying to do at the moment. Because I said when my son's born, it's about memories. And I mean, I'm in a place at the moment full of people in motorhomes, fancy big motorhomes from all around the world, all retired. And I sit and talk to these. I've been doing van life for a long, long time. But I sit and talk to these guys, and like, yeah, I was talking to a guy yesterday, done 26 years in the military, then 24 years in a double A prison. So he's working with the worst of the worst. And he goes, and that's it. He goes, he's 60 something now. He goes on to give me a pension. So I bought this little motorhome. I'm going to travel in the world. And to me, I sit there and it's all the same story of the different places I visit. I travel the world a lot. And I always try to learn from the elders because they've been there and done that. They're the wisest. And I always try and do what they're doing, but do it while I'm younger. Because if we've dated like that guy yesterday, he's worked all his life and now he gets to drive around and all he wants to do is drive around and see things. We'll just drive around and see things then. And to do that
Oh,
and to spend time and go travel in the world, I've got my big plan of action. Go travel in the world and show my son everything and try to be a bit different. I've got to learn the system. So I've been doing course after course after course. Got a good job out of it as well. So I only have I can log in whenever I want. log in, do whatever work I want, get paid good, and just carry on. And spend my time meditating. So I'm just having a bit of a break. That's why I'm away at the moment, recharging after a year at the Shield. Well, not 10 months at the Shield now. It's been a heavy, heavy, heavy time that, for me, it's a big eye opener. I came from doing um spiritual retreats, being all meditating and all nice and chilled, fall into the matrix in a week, in 1 week, and I was deep into it straight away. You know, the guidance came from the medicine, guidance came from my doing my work, told me exactly what to do, what to say, and I did it, and it went viral straight away. And
Can you tell?
everything,
Let's talk about the shield then.
yeah.
So you got the idea from all the meditation and
Well,
the
it kind of, and you'll understand this, and not many people do, but in all my journeys, no matter if it's medicine or whatever I did, I'm a very, very, very big meditator. But you're always meditating to become at one, or you're doing it to become one, to be nothingness, to really release the ego,
yeah.
really release it. And you can witness it, you can feel it, but you can't be it unless you're willing to like really, really let go. And that means accepting everything in the world. And due to whatever reasons, I think it's just normal, really. But I could never accept paedophilia. You know, I went through so many journeys about.
I don't
No,
think
I don't.
anyone.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not every not
So
everyone
I went
can
through. I went through.
help.
Sorry, I went through people that did robbing banks, stealing everything, and um, that's a social construct. Co-created. For the system that we built, the stealing because they've got to, because nothing's there, because of the system that we built, so we can kind of accept everything. Um, but that was always thing, and I could every time I was like in the medicine, you're talking to Pachamama, Mother Nature, and she's telling you, she's talking, she's guiding you, and it's like let go, and I went, I can't, I really can't, and she says, well, get up and do something about it then, because there's no point in continuing this journey if you cannot let go and accept that it exists. And I know when I went through journey after journey, trying to understand it, not to forgive it or to allow it. Um, I could never accept it. I could never accept it just as a frequency. Um, and it was just like every single journey I went on, it was always coming to that brick wall. And so after quite a long time of hitting this brick wall, I was like, what am I meant to do? What can I do? I'm literally sat in wherever I was, in the jungle, wherever, just like, I need to get past this point. And so it was very clear, yeah, just do something about it, you
And
know.
how did you what how did you get it set up? Was it because it sounds like you've got a team? Tell us about the shields
So
and what you
Shield
do.
now, you know, it's all brand new. No one's ever done anything like this. It was crazy. It's evolved, it's twisted. We've had to learn. We've had to ground ourselves quite a lot every now and then and go, right, what's going on? What can we do? It now consists, it was there to summit for the community, run by the community, looking after the community, with no one praying at, no one inputting into it. Mainly, through doing all the retreats, there was a lot of women, and you hear the same stories. No one was there. Nobody would talk to me. I didn't get the help. Everyone ignored me. The police ignored me. Social services didn't help me. I got pushed aside, and the systems are overrun. They're overrun, so we can't really blame the systems, but we can, but it does need change. Um, I'll tell you just a little bit more onto this. So, this was when I was doing so many medicine retreats. I was tiring myself out. I was dead inside. I was knackered. I wasn't thinking straight. And I was kept going because of the crying on the phone or the people begging me on the phone. So, and that really needed it. And I was like, right, just do it again, Chris. And I remember saying to the medicine, I can't just keep doing this. You know, not just me. I know there's loads of other people. There's other people doing stuff. I was like, to just keep coming. Um, so that was also part of this journey, is an important part because I was like, can't just carry on. And um, it was all around the same time. I was like, go and prevent it then. Prevent the damage happening to them. Otherwise, they'll keep coming. So a very clear message. So this was always like within the space of three weeks, all these messages of my journey. So I was like, I can't get past that. I'm too tired to do any more journeys. I've give everything, give my all. Um, and yeah, that message there about go do something about it. I was like, what can I do about it? And then you can see how it pieces together. Do something about it so these people stop coming. Or no, try no. I'm not trying to big myself up. There's no way I could have ended it all, but try and do. If in my head it was like, well, if one person's gone, that maybe help five victims, and it was all brand new. So I went at it, just went for it. Thought, right, just let spirit take me. I'm very good at letting the universe decide. Just going, okay, and I said exactly what was said in the medicine journey online. I've never had I had quite a lot of followers through my spiritual work. I must have had about 100,000 across my networks. That video went to 2 point something million in 24 hours. Everyone was on the phone to me. Everyone was crazy. I was like, yeah. And I could hear it in my ear. I knew it was like Patrick, whispering in my ear. I knew it's like this was definitely um done at exactly the right time. But I didn't expect it to go viral. And that was it. I had to play catch up. I had a lot of plans. I do business coaching. I was doing business coaching at the time as well, and I'm very good at planning stuff out and getting a system, bulletproof system. That's something. Someone comes to me with a business idea. You give me an hour, I can build a full system for you. Just comes natural to me. I'm very good at working everything out. So that's what I had to do. Very quick. I never heard of GDPR before. I never, CRMs. Didn't even know about any of this stuff. I had to learn it very fast and build a system because the people were coming fast. Um, but yeah, we're there now. You know, now it's got a massive team of safeguarding women. Most of them are women that have gone through it who advocate for people that phone in. Never turn anyone away. They will sit there, they'll talk to them, they will be what they needed, and that's what we're all doing. I built this to be what I needed when I went through it. Needed somebody to be there, anyone to even care, because there was social services that came when I was a child, but it was just, oh, take your McDonald's, there you go back home, or go to a football game. So what's all that? Looking back, it didn't do anything. Um, So yeah, it was all. So we've got that. We've got a vanguard. So we've got a big safeguarding team. We've got the community presence teams. Um, in some areas are massive. We haven't got a lot of members. Not enough anyway. To pull something off like this, you need a lot of members. And but what we have,
Are, are you are you based in Manchester, the groups at the moment?
no, I mean, it's one of the northwest. We split into 11 regions across the UK. So Scotland is one region, Northwest, and they all have their own managers. And they go out on patrols in hotspot areas, just looking out for signs. The community presence teams, just local people, somewhat out walking the dogs, just letting people know that if you're in trouble or if you need anything or you hear anything, that there is people that do listen. That because nobody wants it's such a shame because I do believe the police do try to do good work. They do good work in a lot of the stuff that they are doing. Um, but the politics has entered policing and numbers. They haven't got the capacity. And from and I've seen it even more so now with the Shield, with the amount of emails and messages the Shield gets. so hard. There's so many people suffering out there. So yeah, the community presence, it's not out there to, a lot of people. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but they're not out there to hunt predators. They're there just saying, you know what, someone does care in the community. Because I believe just knowing, oh, look at that person there that's going out because he cares or she cares for the community. That's a lot more to me.
Massive.
I know it means a lot more to the people as well. That's uh, that's more powerful than going out and tying one up to a tree or doing whatever, to the predators. It's just showing that community, and that's,
That's not going to stop it, isn't it? Because that
no,
may or may not, bash that one, but it's not going to stop the people. But sending love, love is the answer.
yeah,
Light and love and support
yeah.
avenues and support whatever the person needs. So do you train people up to train people? Is that the sort of
Yeah, so we've
general?
got managers. I've built, I've actually, I've worked really hard in 10 months. It's been a lot of sleepless nights, but everyone gets DBS checked first, enhanced DBS checked, first aid, de-escalation, and there's more courses on there, and that safeguarding courses as well. Um, so they get all the certificates and all that as well when they join up. But yeah, they can go out and patrol in their local areas. The West Midlands is a massive team. They're really committed there, so much. They're out all the time. The Northwest has got a big team. Um, I mean, to be honest, all the areas are now out. We've had a lot of. I had to build, yeah. So I had to build my own academy. We had to build recruitment management systems. We our own social media site, so everyone can talk to each other encrypted in the background. So much stuff that I never knew anything about before. Um, but yeah,
You
so
build
that's
you
been
build
crazy.
things. You're good at
Yeah,
building
well,
things.
yeah, I do. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you got the Vanguard team, which are like it's run by a ex-police inspector who is passionate. He's a real, he's probably, he's absolute amazing guy. Um, and he's got a real passion and love for doing the right thing and or doing what he can. But he also knows all the laws and the police are actually working on the rules that he wrote when he was a superintendent or whatever it's called, an inspector. Um, so the police are still now working through his rule book. So he has been absolute pivotal. What you can do, what you can't do, how to do this. But he runs the Vanguard team, and he's got mostly military lads, and they're
What's the
looking at
difference of a Vanguard team to the management,
to the
to
what?
the
So
man
the
to your managers, to the people that you train up? What's the difference with the Vanguard team? Is that the same
Fine.
thing?
So there's three different teams.
Ah,
So we've got the community presence team, and that's split off into all the areas, and they all have a manager of each area, so they coordinate what's going on in patrols. They coordinate if they've had reports in that people are hanging around the park where the kids are and doing something. So if they get a call in like that, it gets put to the managers, and the managers will get the team out in that area just to show some presence in that area, to show it's not a free for all. But the Vanguard team are very investigating. They're all ex-military. They go do all the right paperwork. We've had to build filing systems that can collaborate with the police, so everything can be handed over. Um, Case management software. So they go out and they'll look at the information that's been got, and then we'll sit and have meetings of how we can do it as legal, to stop this. But yeah, it's brand new. It's 10 months. We've come a long way. When it's not going anywhere, never going anywhere. It's a great service now, absolutely amazing, for the people. With 3 lives saved at the moment. One being a 12-year-old boy that was about to jump off a bridge. Um, it's been, women that have we've gone and got houses for and helped them escape. Little things, nothing special. We're not here to impress the public. Everyone thinks, oh, well, tell us what's going on. Well, we don't really do it for, we don't really do it for that.
mm.
Um, but yeah, it's been,
How do you, I mean, it's absolutely astonishing what you've done. And I mean, you're such a real man in my eyes because everything's been so, as it is. And for you to step up and do a man's job and to protect and organize it and make it happen, that's why I asked you on the podcast to share about this. It's so wonderful. And how do you get through where systems don't allow? I mean, I've got two kids myself, and I was absolutely terrified that my kids were going to get taken off me. The father of my children and I didn't see eye to eye, and it was a big problem. And social were called in and all this sort of thing, and I was absolutely petrified that my kids were going to get taken off. And I hear about family court. I've got two friends that had their kids taken off them, and so I'm asking about the system, family court and the social system. I had a social worker that did not understand having a woman having children and that life. I mean, they seem to recruit women who don't like parents. And
Mhm.
how do you deal with the system that seems to be backed against us?
Well, we need the people to stand together first. The system only works because we let it. I mean, the shield would be a lot bigger than what it was if it wasn't for all the personal attacks I've had. You know, I was geared up for going to war with the police, not war with them. No, I wasn't going to cause them problems, but I thought, everyone said, Chris, the police are going to come after you. All this stuff was going to happen. It came from the public, the very people, I've
Yeah.
got so much attacked. Um, Constant, even like a recent
Wow.
one where they hacked into my computers and posted it. I mean, luckily enough, there was nothing there anyway. Um, there was nothing there to talk about, but hacking into my emails. There was one of my sponsors, a really good traveling lad, beautiful man who runs a company, and he built all the back end for me, all of the protective stuff, and they attacked him because he found out he helped the Shield. These are just normal people online, not anyone. And he just buried his newborn son that week, and this was about 3 weeks ago. He just lost his son, and they publicised everything about the companies that he's closed down in the past. To anyone that understands business, it's just normal business behavior. Dissolve one company, create another one. Anyone with any, and they annihilated him. The guy had done nothing but offer to host the Shield to make sure there was a case management system. A really really nice man, and he annihilated and put him and his wife all over the internet. And his businesses. He'd done absolutely nothing wrong, and he'd just buried his newborn son.
Horrific.
And and that's why I'm having time away now at the moment. I need to really reflect because trying to do something for the public, and I've watched it with three other people at the moment that I'm watching it with, people that stand up to do something. It's the public that attack them.
That's really
Uh,
that's shocking, really.
yeah,
That's shocking. So it's not really the systems at all. The systems, as
no,
you say, built by, allowed by the people.
yeah, yeah. And this is why I'm having a bit of time at the moment to really, because that's something I never ever seen before. And then I thought maybe it's just because of me, because I'm a big tattooed outlaw biker, but I've seen it with three other people, where the public, where they're just stepping up to do good, just trying, because no one knows, no one's done any of this. Everyone's just trying to do something, and it's the people that just attack them,
Why,
it's just crazy.
why do you think that is?
I
What's
don't
going
know.
on
I'm contemplating. It's actually why I'm away at the moment. I'm contemplating it all. It's like, okay, everyone at the Shield volunteering. They're all out all the time, doing the best, and we're just getting attacked constantly. Um, you know, is there a? It's usually by other people, and it's very strange. It's by other people as well that want to do good, and I can't.
okay?
No, I'm having this time out that I know I'll be a bit personal now and a bit humble. I'm having this time out at the moment to work out. Um, is it me the attack? Is this my autism? I don't understand this human behavior, or is it an energy, a frequency? How do I get past this hurdle? Because I can't.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we can't. We're trying to every time. We're doing really well, really really well. Everything's for free and all that. We're really trying to give that one. uh, we just want so they can phone up. That's all we're doing. So they can phone up and have someone in the community that cares, that's trained. We've done it all legally, so and all beautifully, never broke a law, and we get bad mouths so much online that people don't use the service or don't join up. So we'll sit there like, what is this? What is this? No, I did think it was just me, but there's other people it's happening to as well.
Do you think
So
it's like all the Masons kind of thing going on, or is it I don't know the
no,
bad
it's
people?
public. It's just general people. I think a lot of it now, with is clickbait.
Strange.
Clickbait is a big thing, but some of the lengths some of them go to hack stuff and make stuff up, and it's a very bizarre. I don't really understand. I'm really struggling to
Doesn't make
understand it, to be honest.
I don't think I'm autistic, but that's doesn't make sense, does it? And also that they're people who want to do good. I mean, this is very strange.
Yes.
That um,
So that's I know I've got to delving into a lot with balance. Is it because you try and do this so. But the people claiming that they're trying to do good, and so in my head, I'm like, "Oh, you go and do what you're doing. I'm doing something over here." But no, everybody wants to attack you and call you names and say you're in it for the wrong reasons. I'm like, well, if I'm in it for the wrong reasons, you'll find out, won't you? I'm just cracking on. But yeah, it's brutal. It's been brutal. Um, it'd be a lot bigger than what it is now. But yeah, it's one of them things. How do you keep doing good when everyone around, people that are around, that you're actually putting this service out for free, which has cost me a lot of my time and a lot of my money I've spent on it, where you can't progress because people keep bad mouthing you, and
it's
it's a
strange.
very
I mean, to put it out there, I mean, I hope I'm doing my little bits of putting you out there, sharing your story, so people know exactly who you are. I don't know what their gripe is. I don't know. I don't know the people, but I think it's absolutely wonderful what you're doing. I think it's. I mean, I met God recently, and one of the lessons I learned, he told me was. Stay in the light. You know, there's always
Mm.
right and wrong and black and white and whatever. Just stay in the light, stay in the
Yep,
good, stay in the
yep,
light. And when I had questions for him, and I said, "Well, what about this and what about that?" He says, "How does it feel? Does it feel good?" Well,
mm,
that's not me, is it? So,
yep, exactly.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yep,
Um, and I thought, well, that's very simple, isn't it? Yeah, that's
yep.
really good.
That's why I've
So
just
I
come
would,
away. Yeah, is
yeah,
all I can do is keep
exactly.
plodding forward and staying.
That's it.
You have with Stoicism teaches you about the four virtues. All I can do is keep getting up every morning, keep living in my virtues. Doesn't matter about the outside world. It's Stoicism teaches you can't control what others do. You never. There's a lot to stick to the natural flow. And so I get up
Yeah,
every morning. I have my meditation. I have my beautiful cup of coffee, and I enjoy the world and enjoy
that's
what I'm
it.
doing.
There
And
it
if I can
is.
do good in that as well and spend some time, make some memories, what else do we have? What just
That's
and I
it.
think it's a test. One of the things with all the stuff that's come and hit
Yes.
me and everything I've learned, I've not lost my temper. I've not reacted. I'm just going, okay. And so I became more proud and more determined that every time anyone comes at you or any issues, it's not a blockage in the stream, it's just an obstacle you go around. It's all right. It just doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, I'm just that's where I'm up to. That's where we're going.
So,
And I'm gonna make sure, no matter which way I do it, is that we have these teams, that we have these people to be there, because every single person that's joined the Shield and that's working, they literally they love it. Otherwise, well, they won't get up every single day and do
yeah,
it. They just want community. And when you've got
you're helping
community,
people, isn't it?
community is the opposite to division. You got
Mm,
community, they can't divide. If they can't divide, you can
mm.
then get back to love and stop living in
Beautiful.
fear. So yeah, we
That's
just keep plodding forward.
fantastic. I'm loving all the words coming out and what you're saying about everything, and the proof of the pudding is, I mean, you know you helped that 12-year-old child who's about to stop it,
Yeah, well,
and,
there's
and
actually a lady in the Northwest team, so I can't take any credit. She was out on patrol when she did that, but yeah, she was out. and yeah, she got him home.
That's the whole point, isn't it? People in trouble who need help and are getting help from you guys, and
Yeah.
that's the whole point, isn't it? And just on that, on the people stopping you, trying to stop you. I mean, you can't stop those people, as you know, you can't change people. And I would just encourage you to stay in what you're doing. You're doing a beautiful
Mm.
thing. I'm very proud of you. I don't know you. I've
Oh,
just met you recently.
I've got a few more notches to take it up yet. This is why I'm having a rest. I've got a few
Amazing.
more. This is only the beginning, the Shield. This is just the
Wow.
beginning. It's far
Well, if
from
I
over.
amazing. Well, if I can do anything to keep
Yeah.
spreading the word that you're doing, I hope that I can. And Chris, where do people get in touch with you? How can people get involved or get help from you?
Well, from the Shield, just go to wearetheshield.com. Everything's on there. All the we've got and his email addresses. I think there's live chats on there now. There's phone numbers. All these things that we've implemented. All non-funded as well. You know,
Incredible.
it's
How
been
do you,
a
how do you, if it's all free and you're putting all your money in, surely that's a sort of that's a bottom to that pit. I mean, how do you fund everything? Because everything's volunteers.
yeah, very hard. Very, yeah, very. We just pray to the universe every week.
How do you need support from people to donate then, or how
Oh
does the
yeah,
money?
but we get the odd little bits. You know, I've designed it a way that it doesn't cost us much to run because that's the first thing I seen right at the beginning. So we needed low costs. A bit like the guy that everyone was having a go at last week. You know, he pays for all the back end stuff now, keeping everything running that side. So that's what was really horrible to see him getting abused last week. But these things are here to test us, and I firmly believe if you're not doing, if the devil comes knocking, then you're doing God's work. So
Mm,
the more they
very
come
valid.
knocking, it's just a test. The more they come knocking, and you just walk and just go, just
It's a good plan.
keep following where your heart's going, and you get prouder. The more it goes on, the more obstacles that you beat, the stronger you get.
Mm,
So I kind of embrace the hate now. Like, come on, except for I mean, I don't mind when it comes to me. It's when they do it to other people, I'm like, oh, because that's the man in me. I'm like, whoa, leave them alone. Give me as much as you want.
excellent. And
So,
so where do you want people to donate? How
everything's
does
on the website. Literally everything's on wearethe.shield.com.
okay.
Yeah. We do. We get through. We're literally getting through day to day. We just try. And then another bill comes in for, the phones or but it doesn't matter. It's universal. Everything will work out. Um,
Amazing.
yeah, everything will just work out how it's meant to work out.
Amazing, Chris. So I'm going to bring the call to a close then. And it's been absolutely, I feel honored and just so impressed. And I'm very happy I hope I can share your work as much as I can. And so more people can help or get involved. And Chris, I'd like to leave the last words with my guest. How would you like to leave people today?
Moment me, sorry.
Yeah.
Um, with hope.
Mm,
Hope. Hope destroys
okay.
fear. The worst thing anybody can do is live in fear. He's too powerful from that.
Mm,
So
wonderful.
have hope.
Chris, thank you so much, Chris. And I
Thank
know people
you.
are going to be listening to this. They're going to hear about what you're doing, and it's going to touch so many. Thank you so much, Chris. It's been
Thank you.
incredible. And do get involved, everybody. Those who are listening, um, and to either donate or go to the website wearetheshield.com. Is that right?
Well, yeah.
And contact Chris. Get involved. Thank you so much, Chris. It's been
Thank you.
incredible. Have a beautiful day and nice sunny
You
day where
do.
you are.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.